Why is everyone moving away from the San Francisco Bay Area? Here's something that most people get completely wrong about the Bay Area exodus. Everyone is treating this like Bay Area is broken. Like smart people are rushing for the next exit, and anyone still there is falling behind. But that thinking, it can lead you to make a really expensive mistake. If you're someone thinking about leaving the Bay Area, already left, or just trying to understand what is actually happening in the market right now, this video is for you. I'm going to give you the real picture, not the headlights, not the fear, just honest, data-backed context. Hey everyone, I'm Disen. I work with buyers and sellers and relocating families every single day, helping them making smart moves backed by real data. Today, we're cutting through all the noise around the Bay Area. No fear-mongering, just the truth. If this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button. Let's get into it. The numbers are real, but so is the rebound. Let's start with what the data actually says, because it's more nuanced than the headlines suggest. According to the Metropolitan Transportation Commission's Science Report, updated March 2026, the Bay Area's total population sits roughly about 7.66 million today. That is down about 100,000 people, or 1.4% from region's 2020 peak. And yes, this is the first sustained population decline that the Bay Area has seen in over 50 years. But here's what most people do not know. According to the new US Census data, almost every Bay Area community saw a population increase from 2023 to 2024. Santa Clara County returned to population growth. San Francisco County also returned to growth after pandemic-era declines. So, the mass exodus is slowing. What we're really seeing right now is a market sorting itself out, not collapsing. Here's what the headlines don't tell you. The Bay Area has never been one market. The conversation I'm having with a software engineer in Palo Alto are completely different conversations I'm having with a family in Burlingame or a retiree in Half Moon Bay. That's why broad statements like everyone is leaving usually miss what's actually happening on the ground. People leaving are doing so with intention, and the people are staying also with intention. The key is knowing which group you belong to and why. Now we have the migration picture. Let's talk about the things that people always bring up first. Housing cost. Because yes, they are real, but they are also not the real story. The price tag is steep, but so is the salary floor. According to Redfin, with median sale price of a home in San Francisco hitting $1.7 million in March of 2026, that is up 14.4% compared to the year before. And it is the largest price jump the city has seen since 2018. Now, you might see Zillow showing a lower price around $1.27 million. That difference is worth explaining quickly. Redfin tracks actual closing sale prices. Zillow tracks estimated home values across all homes, including ones not actively sold. Both are valid, they are just measuring different things. Either way, the entry point is steep. According to Redfin January of 2026 analysis, even a starter tier home in San Francisco carries a median price of around $947,000. Nationally, the same starter tier home costs roughly about $260,000. The gap is real and it matters. One thing I see all the time is people making assumptions before they actually run the numbers. I've worked with renters who thought buying in the Bay Area was impossible, only to discover they were closer than they realized. I've also worked with people who found that moving out of state was the better fit for their goals. Then listen, don't guess, run the number first. The affordability question is not just price. It's about your income, your savings, and what stage of life you're in. Know your numbers before you make any decisions. Okay, so housing is expensive, but what else is making people rethink the Bay? Let's talk about the one that doesn't get enough attention. The tax math is worth running, not just assuming. According to the Tax Foundation's 2026 State Tax Competitiveness Index, California's top marginal income tax rate is about 13.3%, which is the highest in the nation. Hawaii is second at 11%, while New York is third at 10.9%. And California's overall tax system ranked 48th out of 50 states on the same index. That means most every other state offers a more friendlier tax environment for residents. But here's the part most people skip. States with no income tax, like Texas or Nevada, often make up for it through high property taxes, higher sales taxes, or reduced public services. The full picture is never as clean as it looks on social media posts. In my experience, taxes are rarely the single reason why people move. They might be part of the conversation, but usually there are bigger factors involved. Family, careers and opportunities, lifestyle, more space, less commute. Taxes tend to be one piece of the larger decision. The honest move? Run the complete numbers for your specific income level and your target destination before you assume you will come out ahead by moving. So let's pause for a second. We have covered the migration slowdown, the housing price reality, and the tax picture. And what I want you to notice is that none of these are simple one-way arguments. Every single one of them depends on your situation. If you're someone who is seriously evaluating a move, rather out of the Bay Area or into a new market entirely, you need more than YouTube search. You need local knowledge. This is why I put together a free relocation guide that covers the best neighborhoods, top-rated schools, and everything you need to know to start fresh with confidence. The link is right in the description. Go grab it. Now, let's get into two things most people are not talking about. And one of them might actually change how you see all of this. The return to the office is quietly rewriting the rules. Remember what everybody said? Remote work meant you could live anywhere and keep your Bay Area salary forever? The story is getting more complicated. According to the Bay Area Council's return to office survey, hybrid schedules are now cover 63% of Bay Area workers as of early 2025. And according to a 2026 analysis by the CBC wrapped remote job postings in the San Francisco Bay Area dropped 22% year over year, driven largely by Amazon, Google, and Meta pulling workers back in person. The idea that Bay Area geographically is optional for tech workers, less true today than 2 years ago. One thing I noticed is that flexibility means different things to different people. Some clients have used remote work to create a lifestyle they love outside of the Bay Area. Others just realized they actually prefer being close to the office. The colleagues, the coworkers, the professional energy that comes with being in the center of the action. If you are in tech, know your company's actual policy before making a location decision based on remote flexibility. That policy can change pretty fast. But here's the piece that gets most emotional in my conversations with clients, and that is probably the most honest section of this whole entire video. Quality of life is real, and it is personal. San Francisco is still one of the most walkable, culturally rich, and professionally energizing city in the country. The food, the access, the network, the beauty of the place, none of that has gone away. According to the San Francisco's Controller's Office satisfaction data, concerns around public safety and street conditions are ranked high in feedback from residents over recent years. It would be wrong to dismiss them. Here's the thing though, quality of life means something completely different depending on who you are. For a young professional who thrives on urban energy and career proximity, San Francisco still delivers in a way most cities simply can match. For a growing family prioritizing space, quiet, and school quality, the same city might feel a little mismatched. Neither answer is wrong. The right answer is one that fits your actual life. Hey guys, I'm Disen. As much as I love making these videos, there's one more thing I love even more, and that's helping families and people from all over the US and the world making the move to the San Francisco Bay Area. I've helped countless families making the move, so whether you're coming next week, next month, or even next year, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is right here on the screen and linked in the description in case you missed the on-screen pop-up. I look forward to helping you and your family making the move to San Francisco Bay Area. So, is the Bay Area done? Here's the real answer. Let's come back to where we started. Everyone is talking about the Bay Area like it's broken, like it's over. but the data does not support that. According to reference March 2026 report, the median sales price in San Francisco Metro rose 14.4% year over year to the record $1.7 million. The largest gain amongst 50 most populated US metros. Luxury home sales jumped 22%. Condos post a 24.4% year-over-year price increase, the largest since 2013. That is not what a broken market looks like. That is what a market with serious demand, very limited supplies look like. The Bay Area is not dying. It is reshaping. The people who can't afford are recalibrating. The people who can are doubling down. And in some markets, competition is as fierce as there has never been. After helping hundreds of buyers and sellers through major life transitions, I've learned something important. The people who are happiest with the decisions usually aren't the ones who perfectly time the market. They're the ones who make a move that aligns with their goals, their finances, and the life they want to live and build. What matters is where you fit in that picture and what your next move actually needs to look like for your life. Quick wrap up. Here's everything in one place. The Bay Area has lost about 100,000 residents since 2020, but the outflow is slowing, and most counties are growing again. Home prices hit a record $1.7 million median in March of 2026. The tax environment is the steepest in the nation. Remote flexibility is shrinking, and quality of life concerns are real or personal. The Bay Area is not broken. It is expensive and demanding. And for the right person, at the right stage of life, it is one of the strongest markets in the country. The question is never whether the Bay Area is good or bad. It is whether it's right for you right now. If you are somewhere in the middle of that question right now, my team and I would love to help you think it through. Reach out to me or my team directly. The link is in the description. I'm always happy to have a real, no-pressure conversation about your situation. And go grab a free relocation guide if you have not already. It covers the best neighborhoods, top schools, and the local details you actually need to make a confident move. Drop a comment below and tell me where you are in the process. Are you staying or thinking about leaving? Already gone or wondering if you're making the right call? I read every single comment and I would genuinely love to know. Watch this next video right here when you're ready. I'll see you there.